Hey y'all, it's Brandon with Voodoo Forge, and I am making another one of my gates for a chicken run. You know, I get a little carried away with those for gates on a chicken run, but I'm making a lot of scrolls using jigs. And it occurs to me, a lot of you might not know how to do that, so it's a relatively simple process once you know how to do it. Or even if you think about it for just a second, you could probably figure it out. But when you need to make a bunch of scrolls that are alike or close to alike, the best way to do that is to use a jig. Now, of course you can hammer them all out individually, but, well, I'm not gonna do that. So let me show you how I use a jig to make scrolls. I laid the gate down and traced it on the floor of the shop here. I added a center line to the rectangle on the bottom of the gate so I could kind of keep up with the symmetry, but this will kind of give me an idea as where I'm going. I kind of know what I want to do in my mind, but you know, once I start laying it out, doing a little forging and layering it out, I'll have a better idea. But anyway, scrolls, let's get on to that. For the larger kind of two-ended scrolls, I'm going to be using just 3/8 rebar. That's kind of the theme on these chicken gates. I've been using rebar, so I'm sticking with it. First order of business is just put a mild taper on here. Not much. First order of business is just put a mild taper on here. Not much. Yeah, just gonna straighten this a little bit, get it kind of where it's all nice and even, and get the jig set up. Okay, the jig I'm using for my main scroll spirals down, okay, and then you have to flatten the scroll out. There are also flat scroll jigs. I'll show you one of those a little later on. You just lock it in the vise. See how far around here we get. Got my vice grips here. I can operate them. Didn't have it locked in there tight enough. Scroll, now to flatten it. It comes off the jig, it's all sprung up. It's still warm. And get it flat. That's not terrible. Now let's finish it. made our regular scrolling tones. Back on these boys for a minute. That is what we're looking for right there. Well, that's going to be the general idea with the bottom half of this gate. I'll keep y'all posted as I come along on it, as I get time to work on it. Okay, here are some different scroll jigs. The one I used is in the center, and it is the raised one that goes down like a corkscrew. You clamp your material here, and then you can go all the way around it without having to fight the jig. On these, sometimes you have to get the material started and in this shape first and then clamp it on and go around, or get it and drop it in. This one, of course, you know, you have to flatten the scroll when you're done, but it's easy to get a little out of line with any of them. But where scroll jigs really come in handy is if you've got a project where you've got to make a dozen scrolls and they need to be close, if not identical. Anytime I'm making more than 2 of something, I go ahead and make a jig for it. So, and take it, hang it on the wall, throw it in a corner. It's not going to go bad. You will end up using it on another project eventually. You know, your stuff's never going to go bad. So that's the jigs. Something else to keep in mind on these vice grips that I use to lock it on. These have very aggressive teeth on them. These are specifically made so that farmers can round bolt heads off and then ask you to fix it for them. But no, they're just so they can get a good grip. I have been contemplating making a pair of these that are not making, but grinding the teeth off of some of these. On some nicer jobs, I have taken and put copper jaws on these to keep them from marring the metal, because it will put indentations in the steel. On something like a gate for a chicken run, doesn't matter, but just something to keep in mind. Think about that if you're doing some really nice work and you don't want to mar it with those teeth. Okay, well, hopefully that gave y'all some ideas. And jigs don't have to just be for scrolls. You can use jigs for anything that you need to repeat. One of my first jobs working professionally with my mentor, we were making a railing that had a peacock in it, and the peacock feathers. And so we had to produce a bunch of these. And how we did this was we built a jig where we clamped this and bent it around, and then we had a place where we could put pegs and bend it back around this way. We did all this work hot. So jigs can make anything a little bit more feasible when you've got to produce something. So anyway, hope y'all got something out of this. I'll keep you posted on the chicken gate as it continues. I don't know where the top half's going. Bottom's going to be scrolls. I don't know what's going on with the top, so we'll see. But anyway, if y'all liked the video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. All right, y'all behave yourselves.